Twyla. I got that name correct. I was calling her Twyla for the last 7 months.
No
So
problem.
Twyla has taken time out of her busy morning to share her story. Um, the reason why I'm bringing her on here is because obviously her results, but she had some health issues and medications that she managed to come off. So I think basically it's a very inspiring story. So if you don't mind, Twyla, can you tell our members who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
Well, I am 51. I'm from Manitoba, Canada, and I'm a hairstylist. And my name is Twyla.
Fantastic. So if there's anyone living in Manitoba or in Canada or Central Standard Time Zone, because Twyla is actually 7 a.m. there, I believe. Can you
It
comment
is.
below hashtag live if you're watching this live? If you're watching this on the replay, can you please just comment below replay? The more people that comment, the more people that see it, and we get to help more people. So if you don't mind, then can you tell everyone? I mean, how did you end up doing an online program? How did you meet us or team?
Well, I first saw you, Davey, on Instagram, and I watched a few of your reels, and I wasn't sure which one it was. I tried to look back and see, but there was one that struck me, and it was like he's explaining everything the way I feel. And I thought, oh, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to see what this is all about. And so that's how I came to be on your program.
Okay, thanks for watching my reels. Uh, I really appreciate that. So tell me more about that. What do you mean? How I was describing how you feel. Like what way were you feeling?
Oh, I was feeling lack of motivation. I had the extra midsection weight and um, just all the things that go along with perimenopause, menopause. It just hit me that this is exactly how I'm feeling and how I'm feeling that my body is looking, and there's got to be something to this. So I kind of looked into it a little more into your Instagram page, and just realized that, oh, maybe there is something to this perimenopause, menopause, hormone, everything that I'm missing.
Why? Tell me more about the perimenopause symptoms. Was it difficult? Did you find it more difficult to lose inches or build
Oh, for
muscle in
sure.
your
For sure. Yeah. No, I found it really difficult. Um, I had been on a walking program right before that. And I was walking and kind of watching what I was eating. And I thought I was eating good. Um, and I wasn't losing anything. I maybe noticed a little difference, but I thought, geez, after a month of doing this, I should be, you know, maybe feeling and looking a little different, and I wasn't. And I had the waking up in the middle of the night and lots of stress in my life, and um, just just yeah, the lack of motivation, and I felt tired all the time, and just
Hmm.
pretty much every symptom that you could have, I had.
Which is normal, by the way, the change of life to have all those
Absolutely.
symptoms.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
don't mind sharing to the audience, what was your weight coming into the program?
My weight coming in was 198, and I did not want to get over the 200 mark. I was really actually afraid of getting over 200 because I thought if I get over 200, there's no way that I'm coming back from that. It was just in my head.
Why? Were you ever over 200 pounds in the past?
No, no, 198 was my heaviest I'd ever been.
Okay, what specifically were you afraid of?
I was just afraid of once I got over that 200 that it was because it was hard enough to it was very easy to put that weight on. And I thought if I got over the 200, there was no way I could come down again from that because I was having such a hard time getting my weight down.
Mm. So why it was such a hard time? Was there what specifically did you do? Was there programs? Was there diets? Was there coaches? Like
I
how long were you stuck?
I had tried, I was stuck for about 3 or 4 years. It it took about 3 or 4 years to pack on all the extra weight. And then I tried the like shake programs, and I tried eating keto, which was great for a couple of weeks, and I lost, about 7 pounds in 2 weeks, but then it wasn't sustainable. I couldn't keep that up all the time. It just kind of stalled. Um,
Mm.
and like I said, I thought I was eating proper and enough or not enough. And yeah, it turned out I wasn't eating enough whole foods, good foods.
So the 4 years, really, like 4 years,
Yeah.
were you hurting or anything? Or were you in pain
Yeah.
or did you have injuries?
I had like knee pain, joints, like mostly my knees, just getting up and down stairs, up and down off the couch, like my knees would ache. And I had a shoulder problem. I had just tendonitis in my shoulder, and that was just getting worse. And so there was a whole bunch of physical things that,
You didn't feel like your 50 was approaching and
oh
like,
no, 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 exactly. I'd gone to the doctor for a physical on my 50th birthday, and she just looked at me and she's like, "You have to lose weight. Like you're," and my blood sugars were creeping up and my cholesterol was creeping up. I wasn't on medication for them, but I thought, okay, this is serious. It's already, I had blood pressure issues, and I thought if I don't do something about this, it's just going to get worse.
yeah, I mean, was there an aha moment or what was the turning point? Was it that doctor's visit that all your
Um,
markers, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your insulin resistance, was it that
yeah,
the final straw?
that's probably where it started. That was in like March, and I thought, okay, like I'm gonna start doing this. And then I started the walking thing, and that didn't help much. At least I was moving, but I was still not feeling great. And then in July, when I saw your Instagram post, then I thought, okay, this is something I can do, and I just have to put my mind to it and do it. And
Mm.
so that's what I did. I just, yeah, Charlotte got me started really great. And yeah, it was definitely an eye opener the first few weeks. Yeah.
Mm. So just before we move on to the change, but not many people are aware of the long-term effects of high blood sugar. There's inflammation in the body. You know,
Yeah.
cardiovascular disease is the number one killer in the world, cardiovascular disease. But
Right.
the good news is, the positive news is that it's actually reversible. But
Hmm.
it's just basically from cleaning up your diet, lifestyle changes. So okay, so we now know where you are. Okay,
Yeah.
now you seen my reel, like whatever I was doing, it worked. But when you came into the program, Twyla, like
Hmm.
what happened? Like what was different? Because you've tried so many different things. Like let's talk about the first few weeks because I think they were tough, or were
They
they?
were they were tough. And you know what? The best thing that I did was I started it when I was on holidays. And so I wasn't going anywhere. I was just on a week holiday at home, and I started it. And I the pr- the program that Charlotte gave me to start out with, the food was just bearing it down to like whole foods and kind
Mm,
of like caveman diet. That's what I started. So lots of like protein and vegetables and fruit. And I thought for the first few days, this is crazy. I'm eating steak for breakfast. I'm having chicken. Like it made no sense to me. But after those first few weeks, the pounds started coming off, and I was shocked. I was actually having a hard time eating enough food. And before I wasn't eating enough, and I wasn't eating the right things. I was eating like too many carbs. And so she bare boned it down for me. And once I got that under control in my eating and eating the right things, the macros, and getting all that set together, then it all was starting to make sense.
That's fantastic. It's all about the quality of food. You just switch to real food, the
I just
foods that
switched.
you're eating.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no,
I got rid of all my processed. I would eat quick stuff, right? So like throw stuff in the oven or the air fryer that was quick, like, you know, chicken fingers or fish sticks or stuff like that that was quick. And then once I got onto this, it was easy once you get going, and you're just cooking whole foods and real foods, and it makes so much sense once you start doing it.
if you think about foods that the modern human, well, in Western society eats, it's highly processed, high in
Absolutely.
sugar, very minimal fiber. You know, it doesn't fill you up. It's
Yeah.
gonna, it's a host of health issues it can cause in the long run. And
Yeah.
there's no nutritional value, as I said. Like then switching over to real food, I mean, it fills you up. It's high protein, high fiber, you know,
Yeah.
high in vitamins, minerals. Like so, obviously the weight started coming down.
Hmm.
But what about other changes? Like what about like there's some other changes that happened? I believe you have some GI issues.
Yeah, I have acid reflux. Um and usually it bothers me really bad at night when I go to bed. And it got to the point where one night I went to bed and I thought, oh, I'm not taking my normal medication when I go to bed, like, my antacid pills, and it just all of a sudden I just stopped doing it because it wasn't bothering me anymore. So that was a huge thing. So
Mm,
that's continued on throughout. That
it's
it's
incredible.
Yeah, yeah,
I've no doubt you've added years to your life, longevity. That's priceless.
yeah, yeah.
What about your the types of training? Were you doing like 2 hours a day training, or what were you
Oh
doing?
heavens no. Actually, for the first 2 months, I all I did was concentrate on the food, um, and getting that going, and just getting in extra steps, like whether it was just a little walk or something. I actually didn't do any of the exercise workouts that Charlotte gave me for the first few months, just because I knew I couldn't do them both at the same time in my mind. I um i thought if I tried to do the dieting part or the food part with the workouts, it might be too overwhelming just for my personality type. So I thought if I do that and it's too overwhelming, I might quit. So I thought, no, I got to do the food, because I knew that food is like 90% of the whole thing around weight loss, right? Like it's 90% of it is food. And so if I got that under control and started feeling better about doing that, then the workouts would come next. And so that's what I did. In the first few months, I just concentrated on the food, and then I started doing the workouts, and it was simple. It was 3 days. I just did 3 days a week workouts. And it wasn't long. It was like one day would be 20 minutes, and the next day would be 15 minutes, or the next workout. And then it'd be like maybe a 8-minute workout. And I've still continued that up until today. It's just 3 days a week. And then on the other days, I try and get in extra steps.
Yeah, you're near the top of the leaderboard. Good for your time. It's in the step challenge.
Mhm.
We actually burn very little calories as humans in a 1 hour workout. It's like 5, 10% max of our total daily calories every day actually is burned from exercise. It's crazy. A lot of people think they have to do excessive amounts of long duration cardio, which is actually doing them more harm in the long run, like to their metabolism. Like it results in low energy availability, it down regulates sex hormones, cortisol goes up, all this. But it just goes to show the power of nutrition. Where did you get this adherence, implementation? Where, how did you? Because not everyone has the implementation kind of skills or which is needed. You know, you have to adhere. Adherence is crucial. Where did you, or did
Yeah.
you struggle with that? Obviously, you didn't. Can you share tips?
Um, I don't I don't really know where it came from. I just figured I have to this was something that I had to do that I had to do for myself. Um, and I just I just put my mind to it and I did it. Like, and it was great because the Facebook group helped motivate, and Charlotte motivated me, and it was just a really great start. And it just I think everything just lined up perfectly, and that's how it got going.
But weight loss is not linear either. As in, like, there's going to be a lot of times where you hit some struggles, or you don't want to do this, or you don't want to track food. The
Yeah.
secret is you just push through. I'm sure there was
Yeah.
lots of times where you weren't losing weight every week.
Yeah,
What?
there was and I would just I I would try not to get discouraged, because it is discouraging when you're not losing weight, but you just have to power through and know that it's okay, that next week will maybe be better.
So you lost 37 pounds and seven
Yeah.
inches off your waist.
Yes.
Share, share some love, everyone there. Give Twyla some love. That's incredible. That's such
Yeah.
a huge amount of weight. You've
Yeah.
maintained it. But you want, while your blood pressure was high too. You were on medication for
Yeah.
blood
Yeah. It was high, and probably,
pressure.
let me see. It was probably November, I believe. October, November, and I was on blood pressure medication, and I started feeling like really lightheaded and weak when I would get up from doing something, and I thought something wasn't right. And then it clicked in my head that I'm still on, blood pressure medication from when I was a lot heavier. And I thought something, maybe this isn't the, I should start cutting back on it. Um, we have an issue out where we live with doctors and getting in to see them. And so I couldn't get into my new doctor. And so I just started cutting back. So I cut back half my medication, and then slowly went down from there, and went completely off it. I tracked my blood pressure myself, and by the time I got in to see my doctor, my blood pressure was normal, and I wasn't on any medication.
That's unbelievable. That's life changing. That
Yeah,
is really incredible.
it was really crazy.
Gosh, you should be very proud of yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What sort of impact did this have on your family? The new Twyla.
They yeah, they're excited for me, and they're happy to see my results. And it's really the first thing that I've done for myself since getting married and having kids. And it yeah, they're all really proud of me.
That's the thing. I hear it all the time when new clients coming onto the program. They're just, it's understandable. They're putting everyone and everything else before them. Like their
Absolutely.
their job, the cook for their kids. They're always on
Yeah.
the go. That catches up to mom and dad. It
Oh, it
results in a
does.
lot of
For sure.
stress. And
Yeah.
so making yourself a priority is what you've done. It's crucial. It's not selfish either. It's not
No,
selfish to practice self care
no.
and put yourself first. I think a lot of people think it is selfish. It's not.
No,
I mean, who's
no,
going,
because
if you
I
lose your health, I mean, what happens if, what good are you if your health deteriorates and you're not
exactly.
around, you
Yeah.
know?
And that's kind of what I was thinking. I thought I want to be around for my grandkids whenever they come, and I want to be able to be there and be strong for them. So,
Exactly. Be strong. And, when you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, you want vitality. You don't want to be
absolutely.
huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
You don't want your kids or your grandkids to be looking after you. You want to be that
That-
inspirational. I think you are. That's what you are. That's why I don't know. You're the inspiring, motivated, strong woman. It's incredible.
yeah. Yeah. No.
But let's talk about, like, was there any fear or look investing into yourself? I know you said you had to put yourself first, but there's an investment into your health. Like I always say to people, look, I mean, a lot of people have no hesitation in buying like a handbag or shoes or a vacation,
Oh,
but they're or a new
absolutely.
phone. But
Yeah.
they would. But then when it comes to their health, they're like, no, gosh, I can't justify that. It's just crazy.
I know. And when I stop and think about it now, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this all along? Investing in
Mm.
myself and my body, right? But it comes back to you don't want to take away from your family. You think you have to, as a mother anyways, you think you always have to give, give, give. And eventually that's going to run out and you're going to be exhausted and tired. So you have to invest in yourself and in your health. Otherwise, you're going to be on the other scale of the things, you're going to be spending money on medications and treatments and everything else. Anyways, this way is way better because you just
Yeah,
you
you pay.
feel you feel better when you're in this. It's such an unbelievable feeling. I've
Yeah,
never felt so healthy.
that's it. Your health is your wealth, isn't it? You pay now or you pay later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, have you got any message for? I think there's a few comments there. I can't see yet, but have you any message for anyone sitting on the fence that maybe they're spending thousands on a handbag or shoes, but they're like, no, I'm not, and they're maybe on a host of medication. We're like, no,
Right.
have any
Yeah.
message to those people?
I just say to them, do it. Only you can change your course and just do it because no one else is going to do it for you. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful experience and it's it's life changing.
There we go. I think there's a few questions. We'll answer them. Twyla. You're a celebrity in the group now, I think. So, how long did it take her to lose the weight? So you can answer this. I know you lost 37 pounds, okay, but
Yeah,
is that
I
7 months?
yeah, I started in July and really it was the first probably first 4 months I lost the most. So it took, yeah, like 4 months I lost the majority of it. I would say 25 pounds in the first 4 months. And then in the last, since November, I've lost the rest. I've probably stayed around the same for the last month and a half, about the same weight.
That's
But I'm
slow and
also,
steady. That's
yeah, I'm also now though, because of my workouts and using weights. And now let me say something else. I do not have a gym membership. I work out strictly at home. I have a treadmill at home and a Bowflex, and I also, which I don't even use the Bowflex much because I've got lots of hand weights, and so all my workouts have been done at home. So I mean, it is possible. You can do this at home. So I mean, the last little bit I've been using hand weights and just building more muscle.
Yeah, majority of our clients, they're not joining the gym. Again,
No,
it comes back to the nutrition.
no,
So,
exactly.
so basically, were you in a straight deficit for 4 to 7 months? There was probably diet breaks, reverse dieting, or maintenance phases. You
Actually,
weren't in
when
a
I
deficit.
first no, when I first started out, Charlotte, when I first started, I was eating 1,200 calories on my own before the program. I had tracked the first week. I was eating 1,200 calories a week, and that, of course, wasn't enough. So Charlotte, when she got me on the program, I went up to 1,800. So I was eating 1,800, and then we backed off to 16, and that's, I mean, I was on 1,800 and I lost almost all my weight eating that. And then we backed it down to 1,600. Um, and that's where I've kind of stayed.
Mm. Yeah, but there's a huge shift, obviously, in the quality of food.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely. That's what did it. Yeah.
I'm going to have to post the photos in the comment section. Like
Mhm.
you had the Menno belly, if you don't mind me
Yes,
saying.
I did. Yes, I did.
No, no.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
Lucky, Maddie, Mehdi, Heather, Sandy. Any more questions? More than happy to answer. Yeah, that's a good slow and steady wins race. That's maybe 6, 7 pounds a month, which is
Yeah.
only what? That's only 1.5 a week, two.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, it's
just
amazing.
consistency. It's really
Absolutely.
consistency and
Yeah.
discipline as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. No, it's funny how when you go off of all your processed stuff and you do go back and have a little bit every once in a while, it tastes awful. You don't realize how
Mm.
it just tastes awful after a while.
I know what you're
It's
saying.
like gross. I was eating this.
Yeah, I think it's thanks for sharing your story. Again, it's very inspiring and motivating. If anyone wants to know more about our program, don't hesitate to just fill out the application form in the comment section. Wait till you see the before and after photos from Twyla. I'll post them in the comment section. But yeah,
Absolutely.
better get. Thanks for your time,
Yeah, thank
and
you.
I have another interview with another client on Thursday. She's down
Oh,
35 pounds
excellent.
too. So
Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
Michelle. Mm.
That's
I'll give
great.
you. I'll shoot you a text after this.
Okay, sounds
Thanks,
good,
then.
Davey. Thanks so much.
Bye bye.